Good morning and welcome to Hunky Dory TV. My name's Amy Wilkes and I'm presenting the show today. With me is Lisa. Morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
Are you okay?
Oh, not so bad.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
We can do this. And demonstrating today we've got the lovely Natalie. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You okay?
I'm really good, thank you.
We were just discussing, weren't we, what we'd watched last night on the TV.
Rubbish on the telly.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much good stuff though. There's a lot of stuff, but just not much good stuff anymore.
No, but I'm hoping as we get into sort of, you know, when it gets into autumn, there tends to be quite a lot of good
stuff.
More,
yeah. Or
more
and if it gets like, if it gets to a point, we can just watch reruns of Harry Potter because that's always good to watch.
See, it wouldn't be a rerun for me.
Well,
it would be the first time.
Would it? You've never watched it?
No. Should I?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
You really need to.
Have you watched them, Lisa?
Yeah.
Oh.
Obsessed.
Oh. Feel a bit left
It's like
out
an
there.
autumn thing. You have to
Okay.
watch Harry Potter.
I'll do that.
You
Whilst
have to do
crafting.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even better while you're crafting.
I've got several autumn projects on the go that I kind of need to hurry
Well,
up with now.
It's fine. We could. Oh yeah, this is true actually.
Yeah. If not, it'll be this time next year. So, welcome to the show today. We've got a new collection, A Whimsical World. So, it's sort of fairies, magical dragons, turtles, frogs, just everything captured in a sort of a sparkling, whimsical world. You're going to absolutely love it. But before I show you all of that, we just need to remind you, Anne-Marie's birthday celebrations this week. 4-0.
I know, the big 4-0.
All of her birthday deals end this Sunday, the 29th of September at midnight. So if there are any deals that you want to get hold of, make sure you do it before then. We've also got 40 of Anne-Marie's favourite products. 40% off.
I know.
This is
Crazy.
good.
There's some good things in there as well. Some very good things in there.
So 40 of Anne-Marie's favourite products with 40% off. So make sure you check out the website for those as well. But before we look at the collection, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly. So we've got 2 lucky winners in with a chance of winning this bundle worth £50.93. I don't really know what to do first.
I know there's so much
I know.
included in this. It's
I mean,
mega.
this is sort of the essentials as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got the permanent tape runner and 2 of your refills there. That's just to start with. You've also got, even I haven't got these.
I know.
Where have they
I
found them?
know. I don't know where they found them.
Your 4mm foam pads.
Strips.
Yeah, one of the most
Crazy.
popular as well. You've also got the happy birthday colouring the pocket pad in the prize. You've also got, for the love of stamps, the birthday. I love that banner there, the happy birthday. You've got the presents as well. Congratulations with the balloons and the glasses as well. Gorgeous. It's not stopping there. You've got Let Your Fur Down, Treasured Moments.
I love this one.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Who doesn't need a feather boa?
I know. It's so cool.
Just good. I love the holographic
The
foiling on
foiling
that one
makes
as well.
that collection.
Yeah.
It's so
And
good.
you've got the cardstock as well in there. And then lastly, this is such a good prize.
Isn't it good?
Cheers to you, the deluxe craft pad. I love this one because I love the colours in it, because I think it's suitable for sort of male and female cards, isn't it? So you get the topper sheets, the cardstock and your inserts in there. That is a good prize. But
So good.
what is the question? So like, share and comment the answer to the following question. What was Anne-Marie's dream job before starting at Hunky Dory? Was it A, a vet, B, a teacher, or C, a lawyer? Get your answers in for a chance to be winning. That is a good prize. I like that one.
It's a really good prize.
Really good, isn't it? I don't know the answer to that either.
No, neither do I. I was saying it, the lawyer, because she loves true crime. Like,
Yes.
Loves true crime. Can't see her being a teacher.
Oh, I don't know.
I just know that she doesn't like other people's kids.
Who does?
This is true. No one does. So,
But I feel like when you're demonstrating and sort of presenting, that's kind of
yeah.
part of being a teacher as well, isn't
I
it?
don't know. I think I'm going to be shocked with the answer. I
Yes.
think I will be shocked with
Yeah.
the answer. But yeah, that I'm not sure
Yeah, we
about a
don't know,
vet
do we?
either. I genuinely have no idea.
But she has got pets. She has got a cat,
yeah,
hasn't she? Yeah. I don't
But
know.
still, It's so hard. It's
We'll
such
find
a
out.
difficult question.
You'll find out with us, yeah. So moving on then to the collection that we've got today, a whimsical world.
We have a BT.
Oh, let's have a look at the VT. How gorgeous are those cards? We were just saying, weren't we, as a VT was rolling, how much we loved the colours in there, the foiling,
It is so
all the
nice.
different images that you've got. So we are offering this in an ultimate collection. So you get topper collection, your inserts, your paper pad and your topper embellishments. So if you want the ultimate collection, everything, it's £37.96, or if you're in the Diamond Club, just £34.16. But we'll go through each individual things that you can see what you'll get. But if you buy it as an ultimate collection, you do save £12. So firstly, we're going to go through the, where should we go there? That's it. The toppers. Just look, the colours in there.
The colours are
all
incredible.
The images.
I think when you see this like close up, you really see how stunning this is as a collection.
And this is
it
sort of
magnificent.
the peachy tones, isn't it, this one? But you can see the different framed apertures as well. You've got your border strips, lots of different sentiments that you can use. So you can probably make 3, maybe even 4 cards just from that one sheet.
Absolutely.
Using the smaller butterfly there as well. And then obviously you get the coordinating foiled and printed cardstock. So you can see how the images on this are going to perfectly coordinate. Oh, look at him.
He's so cute. It's probably the best piece of cardstock.
See the foiling. So you don't want to cut any of it down, though, do you? You want to make
You
card
want to
that
use
size.
the whole thing.
Just the gorgeous colours with that. And then we've got sort of the greens as well. Look at him, that dragon. A little smiley face. But you can see there's not a spare bit on there. Everything. So you've got your toppers again. You've got your larger sentiments, which I like, and then sort of the smaller ones.
Yeah, it's a good mix of sizes, isn't it? And I think the artworks is a nice mix too. It's not fully fairies or like fully like creatures, which means these cards are going to be perfect for both girls and boys and everything in between, because they are just so cute and adorable.
They're just good. I love that one as well. Little fairy on.
So
on
good,
his
isn't
back.
it?
And these ones are perfect for sort of fussy cutting around as well. You can see that foil in there, just capturing the light on that one. Just beautiful. And then we've got sort of your sort of purple tones as well. So you've got your arches, your circle toppers as well. Again, sort of your tag sentiments as well. And don't forget with these ones, you get a lot of them. You get 2 frames, don't you? So you can save, if you don't want to use them both, you can save them. Just gorgeous. And then the cardstock to go with that.
The colours are just incredible. I think the way it's like the artwork is almost like illustrated, and you've got that gorgeous like wash of watercolour, because you look at something and it's one colour, but actually the image has got so many different tones in. Yeah,
and you'd be able to match it with so many of the different adorable scorables as well.
It's beautiful.
Again, you can see the foiling of those butterflies on there. I think there's so much detail in each one as well, isn't there? Everything's been thought of.
Every image like tells another story.
Yeah. And this is a gorgeous one. This would make a lovely, like a triple easel card, wouldn't it?
Where you put nice with all of those on.
But these as well, just the
tiny little button toppers.
The extras, isn't it? You know, sometimes you just need that, something just to finish off the card. And again, you've got the border strips on there. Gorgeous fairy images on that one. And that one's good. You know, there's no animals or fairies on there either.
Such a really beautiful colourway. It's just
look at her.
Magical.
Just gorgeous. So that's your topper collection. So you get 2 of each, and there's 4 designs.
4 different designs. So you're going to get your 4 toppers, 4 foiled, and then 4 printed cardstock.
Times 2.
Times 2.
So that is to start. If you want that individually on its own, it's $19.99. Next up, we've got your inserts. Don't forget, all of this comes in the Ultimate Collection if you're purchasing that.
I love these inserts.
They're gorgeous. I don't know if
you could use them as cards. You could
definitely
stamp and use some of the incredible dies that we've got coming up as well.
And I don't know if you can see, it's hard to capture, isn't it? It's the paper's slightly lined, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got that really nice like
faint line just
design
running through it as well.
It's so pretty.
So these are, it's 24 sheets. You get 8 designs, 3 of each. I mean, there might be people that are buying the Ultimate Collection but then choose to buy additional inserts as well.
You 100% would need extra inserts because when we show you this paper pad,
again, like you say,
you can make with that.
You don't need to use them on the inside of your cards.
No, absolutely not. We could definitely be popping these on the outsides, using them on the fronts of your cards.
And you'll see how all the images sort of perfectly coordinate.
I love them. Great for running through your printer as well.
He's one of my favourite characters.
Foiling on here with your machines and your foil quill pens.
Oh,
they are really sweet, aren't they?
Look at her there.
So cute.
Just perfect. Yes, so stamping on them, put them in your printer. I love that one as well, just with the butterflies in that corner. So $7.99 if you want your inserts, or if you want to order additional if you get in the Ultimate Collection. Next up is the paper pad. So this is an 8x8 size paper pad. Just gorgeous. So you've got 48 sheets. There's 12 different designs, so you get 4 of each, which is lovely because they're double-sided. So it means you don't have to decide sort of which side to use. No. So you can see on the back just all those different pages that you're going to get in there. So we'll just have a look at a couple of them. So some of them will be sort of have your full images on with your characters as well. I mean, that is a card, isn't it? That an 8x8 card.
These are cards just put straight away.
But then you can see on the reverse, you've got, see how it sort of coordinates with that as well. Just lots of different, look at that one. Just a skyline. And you'll see in the next product we've got how useful pages like this will be. And that gorgeous sort of purple skyline coordinating with that. Just the little elements, isn't it? Here you could sort of trim this part off and
that
just
could be
use
like
the bottom bit.
That could be a little piece on the bottom of like a stepper with the snail on the top.
Oh, that would be gorgeous in front of this piece, couldn't it?
You can kind of like really cut into these designs and transform them into different things, which I like. They work so well with the next product that you've got to show Amy.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. And again, you'll be able to use some of these pages with those as well. But all that colour palette you've got in here, the purples, the pinks, the peaches and the greens. I love how there's quite a few sort of sky, sort of backgroundy ones, isn't there, as well? Just gorgeous. And then you've got the darker shades here as well if you want to use those. Just perfect. So you'll see all those different images and how easily you're going to be able to create cards with this. Really quick.
So quick
cards. So that is your paper pad. So it's 48 sheets, 4 sheets in 12 designs. If you want that, or you want additional, if you've bought the Ultimate Collection, it is $11.99, or if you're in the Diamond Club, just £10.79. And then that's it. I think these might be my favourite.
These are definitely my favourite.
Yeah. It's a topper embellishment. So this is where we said these are going to be perfect with that paper pad. These are all die cut as well, all ready to go, so you can just pop them out to put onto your cards. Look at those. But they're perfect for sort of like pop-up box cards.
Yes.
Or if you put your sort of your top out and
Dioramas.
your sentiment, you just want something in the corner as well. Create those scenes with the gorgeous background papers in the paper pad. You got the and just
I love the florals.
look at the foiling on that one as well.
They are jam-packed full with incredible designs.
They are as well. Perfect for you, like your stepper cards as well. These ones here. Just add in sort of the small elements to your cards as well. So with this one, you're getting 8 foiled and die cut sheets, 2 sheets in each of the 4 designs. Next up, you've got the sort of the more magical animal ones. You sport for choice, aren't you?
Yeah.
When we were working with it, it was like, I don't know which bit to use.
There's so many amazing sort of themes and
We have to go up close.
designs.
The little caterpillar.
Oh, the caterpillar's so cute. It's got super chubby legs.
It's
I love the caterpillar.
and
And,
you've got-
the toad and the frog.
Yeah, you've got birds on there. You've got your butterflies as well. Just beautiful. And then lastly, you've got those gorgeous sort of the fairy houses. So you can be using these
These are
in the
really
background. And then popping your fairies in or some of your flowers to go with it as well. And then on that one, you've also got some of your sentiments and your banner strips as well. So that is your elements, your topper embellishments. So it's 8 sheets, 4 designs, 2 of each, and that's $9.99 or just $8.99 if you are in the Diamond Club. But let's have a look at some of the gorgeous samples that have been made.
And there are so many incredible samples.
You can always tell, can't you,
I
how
know.
loved the collection has
It
been
was so
with all the samples.
popular with the design team.
So you can see the gorgeous toppers there, and then using the paper, you know, the cardstock
Yes.
and your
Really
banner
nice, isn't
strips.
it?
Just beautiful.
I love this one.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible. There is so
Oh my
much
gosh,
detail in
look
here.
at this.
But it just really shows how incredible those elements are and
You
all
see
the
how
things
you
you
can
can make
use-
with those.
yeah. And it even got
Really
the
sweet, isn't it?
insert on the back as well.
Everything has been thought of with that little box pop up.
Just gorgeous. For sort of like a little girl's birthday,
Yeah.
or
It's
you
so
just
sweet.
see the dimension in there as well.
It's incredible.
Did it say who made that?
Will it be on the back or on the
No,
bottom?
but it doesn't say. Oh, that's a shame, because that is...
I'm sure someone will be watching. If
Yeah.
they're watching, they'll definitely let
Whoever
us
made
know.
that,
It is incredible.
we love it. But again, you can see through the card samples how many sort of different size cards
Different
you can
size
make
cards
with
and
it as
different
well.
styles of cards as well, because this one's quite clean and simple.
Yeah,
but
just
then-
adding the topper with that cardstock.
You've got some really kind of like cards that have used all the elements, all the added extras. This one's a
Because that
beautiful
one being used
example.
with the foiled acetate as well.
It's really
Sort of
nice,
footy
isn't it?
cut around this bit.
It's so
That's
clever.
one of Leanne's.
This one's cute.
Just put how they all work together, isn't it? The imagery
Yeah.
on there as well.
It's adorable. Oh, I like that. Bringing in
It's-
those elements though.
And I love the fact that using this sort of darker purple, adorable scoreable, isn't it? And then using one of those sort of fairy houses on there.
Cute.
That's one of Emma's, thank you. Oh, this is what we were talking about with this
Yeah.
sheet,
this
wasn't
has
it?
to be used together.
Yeah,
They look really
can't split them up.
nice. Very, very cute.
just gorgeous. So you've got your sort of your longer cards. Yeah, this is a...
Oh, using them with these card blanks is going to be very cute. These card blanks are currently on offer as well.
Are they?
Yeah, I want to say $8.99 for the full. It's
Oh,
40% off,
40% off.
but they are on an
Yeah, they
incredible
work
deal.
really well with it, don't
With
they?
that sort of
yeah,
really cutesy theme.
especially
they're
around
gonna be
that,
so
it's the same
good.
as that, isn't it? Just gorgeous.
This is incredible. It is so
So this
cool.
is just making a stepper card from acetate, and then just,
There's just so much going on.
I mean, I made it to acetate, just overloading it with
It is.
Everything and a bit more.
So good though.
But that's where that the topper embellishment
Yeah.
sheets come in so well with that one as well.
They look so cool. These are the best sort of styles of cards for these toppers, aren't they?
It just really, you can see the depth and dimension that again. It just really shows them off, doesn't it? And just the way the fairies are, it is like they're flying, isn't it?
Across, yeah.
Just gorgeous,
Awesome.
that one. Oh, wow.
Again, another one where you can see how well it works with the paper pad and how the paper pad's been
You've
designed.
got that stepper there, yeah.
To work with those other houses and give you so much dimension. And honestly, I absolutely just love
They're just
cards
just
you can
so
make with
much
this.
fun. We
They
just
are.
had such a nice time with them, and so many people you can think of that you'd want to send these 2
100%.
cards to. So have you chosen what you're going to do for your first demo?
I've kind of had to go with colours.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to do a green card, I'm going to do a purple card because it's really hard to choose. The designs are so cool. But we're going to go with the Fairy Kisses for this one. And I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting with my cardstock. So I'm going to start by trimming this first panel down to, we're going to go a quarter shorter than 6 inches. And then I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to take off a bit off the top here, so we're going to go with like 1/2 inch, so that comes to just under 7 3/4, and then that's going to be 5 3/4. And then this panel here is what we are going to fussy cut out of, so let's put that to one side. And what I love about the designs as well, and especially if we're using the embellishments, is that we don't have to be super tight with our fussy cutting. So I've just gone around this first bit here, and you can see that I've left, like you would do with your stamping, I've left a little bit of an edge around all of the design, because it's going to help to coordinate it in with some of the elements if we're going to use them from our element sheet. So let's just follow the shape of these floral borders now. And again, I'm just going to go around the design that we've got here, leaving a nice sort of, I would say maybe like 2/8 of an inch around all of the designs. I've gone quite tight, but I've still left a little bit of like a spacing, and that's just going to help because the flowers are kind of like floating on this. There's no sort of set style, so if you can just go around and cut into the shape here, it's going to give the front of your card a really cool look. So I'm going to pop that out from there now. And now, if I've done my maths right, this should be, let's just pop that bit of cardstock out of there.
Everyone's just saying on the chat, stunning samples from the design team.
They are incredible.
Fantastic samples.
So that is going to be sort of like 6 inches now. So that is the full sort of size of the card. I'm going to bring in something that we haven't seen yet, and it is some of our phenomenal acetate. So let's grab that. And I'm going to trim this down to 6 in length. And then if I just take a scoreboard, and I hope that I've got a tool in here somewhere.
The acetate is coming up in the next part of the show as well.
There's some really cool things that we've got to go with this collection, isn't there? You can see it there.
You got one, yeah.
So I'm just going to add a little score in at 8, and that is going to give me like the tiniest little lip for the top of my card here. So red liner tape is definitely going to be our best friend for this. So I'm just going to grab that, pop that across the top of my acetate here. If you wanted to have a bigger sort of lip, you could cut this out of your acetate the other way around, but it is going to give you more wastage, so it just depends on what you're wanting how much you're wanting sort of use of your collection. So I'm going to pop this onto a piece of 6x8 Mirri. So this is actually from the Mirri that we've got in the kit as well, so your gold is going to come included with that one. I was thinking this, or I was thinking we've got a gorgeous green that we could have used. I'm going to pop in my background now. So that is going to just sit on here. So just making sure I've got that nice 1/4 of an inch around the outside. And then we're going to fold this shut, and then our panel is going to sit on the very front of here like that. So again, I'm just going to go in with my tape runner. But because we are using acetate, I would definitely recommend making sure that you've either got loads of tape on here or you're going to be using some red liner. But I've covered most of that section off there, so we should be fine with this. I'm going to pop it on where I want it to go on that acetate, and then I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm just going to burnish that down onto here so that I know that that is super stuck down really well onto that acetate. So when I'm happy with that, I'm going to turn this over, and then I'm going to pick out my images to go on here. Now, a lot of these ones will fit, so I can either mix and match it and put the dragon up here, or I can use some of these smaller toppers. And I think I'm going to use them because very often when we're making cards, we go straight for the big toppers and we leave those little ones out. So let's see how we can pop these together on our card. So if I go in with that image there, pop that one up there.
Oh, that looks good.
I'm going to go with Thinking of You on Your Special Day. So that can come down here, or will that fit up there a little bit better? We can always actually pop it in the centre, in the background. Let's do that. I'm going to go with No Place Like Home. And I think I'm going to pop that up there. And then I also have this gorgeous border strip.
I do really like this size of card. We were saying the other day, weren't we, that
Yeah, it's nice.
8x6, suddenly that's, yeah.
It just
been my
feels
go-to.
a lot like more substantial with the design. So I'm just going to see, because I'm thinking I could do, if I pop that there, and I can pop this ribbon border across the top underneath my images, should fit on my card. So if I just trim that out from there, get rid of those little pips that are keeping that in, and then I'm going to move these out of the way. We're going to go in with our border strip first, and I'm not going to cut it down. I'll cut it down when it's on my card. Let's line it up with my mat. I'm just going to put it at like 6.5 across here. I am going a little bit more over than I need to. I think that's straight or thereabouts. And then if I just peel, flip this over now, then again we can trim off those sides, and then I'm just going to go in and just burnish that down so it doesn't move off there. Then with our images, I'm going to go in and take our frames apart here, because you've got a tiny little gold frame on that one. We are going to stick this one down. I want to stick that down flat. Now I'm going to use my dotty tape runner for this, just because it's super thin. You could also, if I've got some, I might use that actually. Let's go in with our thinnest red tape, because that is going to make sure we can get around all of these little sections. So I'm going to stick this one really flat, and then go in with a mixture of foam pads on our other two toppers to give our card dimension. But because we've added the acetate, you already create that illusion of having a lot of dimension in your card, because obviously the front is going to stand up off anything in the background. So let's just take that off.
I always think it's nice with the frames, isn't it, to have them at different levels.
Yeah.
Just put one down flat and then sort of build
So
up
I'm
the
going
top
to
with your foam
stick it over here. So if I just place that top bit down where I want that to go, and then what I can do is just lift up my cardstock, because that bit's we didn't stick down properly. Oh, I have stuck that down a little bit wonky actually. We're going to stick that across there, and then that panel now can go up here, but we still have the ability to sort of like lift up the wings of this cardstock here so that we can go in with like a nice chunky foam pad. So I'm going to go in for this topper with my 1mm foam pads. 1mm. I think these are 2mm actually. I do have some 1mm on my desk. I thought I'd brought them in, but I'm going to go in with the 2mm, and that can sit in here like so. I'm going to pop that on there, and then this one is going to sit just here over the top. So again, I've got some, and we've got strips in here, but we've not yet got squares and rectangles. Have we got the thicker strips? We've got one. Let's use that on the bottom. Oh no, that's the top. Let's use that where we know we've got lots of space for it. So 2 on the bottom sections, and then I'm going to turn it and just put it on this side here, because that is going to fit around our topper then, giving us enough space for it to stick down. So that can go on there like so. I'm going to pop in our There's No Place Like Home, and again we're just going to go in with a 2mm foam pad for that one. That can sit under here. So you've got kind of like all that design sort of coming through the side of the card, and then I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to go in with this as like my sentiment on the middle of my card as well. So popping in those designs. If you wanted to make more out of this, I could have used my insert here, but I love the design that we've got on that piece. So I'm going to do that in there. My insert can go on the back so that we've got a space to write. So let's just trim that down, and I'm going to go again a quarter shorter, just so that because it is going to be off the edge, that it sits really nicely and we can fully stick that down. So I'll go in with my tape runner again, get nice full coverage on that. This can go on the back now. And then I was going to go in with ribbon, but I don't think I'm going to. But what I am going to add is some beautiful green pearl gemstones. I'm going to go for the darker colour. Oh no, let's go for this one, this middle colour. And I'm just going to place those just underneath this little border that we've created on the top. And then there is a card using some acetate, but mainly the toppers that you're going to get in this kit.
That is absolutely gorgeous, and it just shows a way of using those the smaller toppers.
The smaller toppers, yeah.
Because the cardstock is so decorative.
Yeah.
If you use the two together,
it works really, really nicely, doesn't it? And then you've got of course, all your bigger toppers for other cards that you might be making.
That is gorgeous, and you could even use one of the small toppers and do it as like a 6x6. Couldn't you?
Yeah.
Somebody on the chat was saying like all the cards were quite large, like the samples,
quite big.
But it's because we loved it all. We just wanted
honestly,
to show it all off,
throw
wasn't it?
everything on it. But yeah, you can make smaller cards.
Definitely.
You don't have to make bigger cards. We can show you that a little bit later on in the show as well. In that last demo that we do, I'll do a smaller card for you so you can see sort of like how you sort of fit it in. Because again, still 6x8 is kind of like a big average size, isn't it?
Yes,
we'll do a smaller card for you, and then you can see.
Ah, fab. Thank you. So you will have seen it in Natalie's demonstration there, the gorgeous foiled acetate that we've got. So it's $11.99 if you're in the Diamond Club, $10.79. The Whimsical World Luxury Foiled Acetate. So you're getting 16 sheets. There's 4 different designs here. And I always love it when some of it's all foiled and then some of it's just got sort of the accents in the corner.
Touches of foil. Especially when we've got cardstock that is so decorative, like you say, because you don't want to be covering up
all of it, no.
All of the designs a lot of the time.
But because it's 220 micron, don't forget it's construction weight, so you can make your boxes from it.
Yep.
Your stepper cards is perfect to make with it as well. And then use your embellishment sheet. We've got this gorgeous one here. Sort of like flowers strip on there.
I do like that one.
And don't forget these are all foiled in gold, but if you turn them over you've got them in silver, so you will be able to sort of mix and match them with other collections that you've got as well. Oh my word, look at this one.
It's crazy, this one. It works so well with some of the background pieces
The
though.
leaves. So you could even colour those in, couldn't you? Just use a
Yeah.
small, maybe a small strip of it, a small circle aperture of it, and colour those leaves in as well. Just gorgeous. So you get 4 sheets of that one, and then lastly, is this one you used? The
Yes.
sort of they're like little stars, aren't they?
Yeah.
Little flowers. Yeah. On that one. Again, perfect to see how Natalie used it with that card front. So $11.99 for your foiled acetate there. We've also got Adorable Scoreable, which is I always love because you know it's going to just match perfectly with the colours that you've got. So you're getting 24 sheets. You've got 8 different colours, 3 of each. I'm not very good at the names yet.
Oh. I'm not good with these ones.
No.
I'm better with my Matastics. It used to be like something that I could reel off
I feel like they should print it on the back.
constantly.
Yeah.
But
Oh, is Lisa going to read them out?
Ivory.
Ivory.
Yeah. Is that fresh cucumber?
I'm reading lime.
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 Pink. Is that
Petal pink? Pink blush?
We've got pink flamingo and rose petal.
Oh, that's rose,
Rose
petal.
petal.
Yeah,
I think
that's rose
that's
petal.
rose petal. Pink
That's
flamingo.
Pink flamingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lilac.
Yeah.
Lilac. We could have guessed that one, couldn't we?
Could have guessed that one.
Purple.
Vivid violet.
Violet. I love that one with the purple because it's
It
sort of
is
a darker shade,
It's
isn't it?
so bright.
Beautiful.
Is that blue?
Yeah.
Baby blue.
Baby blue and
Warm cinnamon.
warm,
Warm
cinnamon.
What a good name.
So 24 sheets, 3 of each, going to work perfectly with your topper sheets, with your paper pad as well. So $9.99 or $8.99 if you are in the Diamond Club. Oh, this is special, isn't it?
This is
I
quite
feel like a
special.
sort of a whimsical collection sort of cries out for Mirri,
I
doesn't
do
it?
love it when we do a Mirri
Yeah.
like this.
So 16 sheets, you've got 8 different colours, 2 of each. You'll see as we're going through, you know, which topper sheets, which pages in the paper pad are going to work perfectly with these. So you've got the green. Is that soft blueberry?
It is.
Get me.
Yeah.
That's where it ends. It's only because I used that one yesterday.
That's the glistening gold.
Glistening gold.
Blushing pink, yeah.
Gorgeous pink.
That one's your rose gold.
Oh, I love that one.
Not sure about that one, Lisa.
Pastel pink.
Pastel
There we go.
pink.
That one's the
I
purple
love
one.
that one, but it's like
Lilac,
almost like
yeah.
almost bordering a grey as well, isn't it? Love that one. And then lastly, sort of the purple.
Vivid violet.
Vivid violet. There we go. So 16 sheets, 8 different colours. You're going to get 2 of each. So that is $8.99 for your Mirri selection. We've also got, which I always love, the ribbon selection.
Coordinating ribbon.
And I always say, you know, when you make a card and you just want that ribbon to finish it off, you've
Yeah.
never quite got the right colour to go with it. So you can see the colours that you're going to get there. And again, you can see you've got the peaches, the pinks, the greens, the purples, all going to work perfectly with those topper sheets and your card stock. So you get 21 metres, you've got 7 different colours and 3 metres of each. And again, even if you don't use it all with this collection, it's just a staple, isn't it, that
Yeah.
you can just put in your ribbon stash.
They're
'cause
very
you
nice,
know-
like floral colours as well, aren't they? So you know that they're going to work with quite a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
you will be crafting with.
And your spring colours, but again, you could use the greens for Christmas as well, couldn't you? Just a perfect addition to this collection. So $9.99 for 21 metres of your ribbon. We've also got our Magical Door multi-buy. So you get the die and the mask.
This was so popular on Hobby Maker.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
I think it was Nigel that said like how many things you could use this for. Like you could use it in the house for like an elf door. You could use it in the house for like the tooth fairy door. You can obviously like make and sell those that people can like put up in their houses. But it's a really clever die. It is super awesome.
And the size of it as well, isn't it? It's going to work
huge.
perfectly with all of the elements in the collection, from your topper embellishments as well. I love the little sign as well on the post. You've got the window there as well. So you could make these look so different, couldn't you? And sort of, you could build your 3D models as well with this. But again, you've got the coordinating mask. So if you've got your inks and you can ink through them. I love the little extras you've got in there. Sort of the toadstool, the grass with the flowers, the butterfly as well. So they are going to work perfectly together. So they are $17.49 to get the two together. If you do want them individually, the die set is $14.99. Is that right? Yeah, $14.99, and the mask is $4.50. But getting them together, it multiplies your savings, so it's £17.49 for the two. And obviously the sizes are just going to work perfectly together with those. Let's have a look at some samples. That's always a nice thing to see, isn't it? So you can see, similar to how Natalie created that,
I love that.
Front on there. But I love how they've kind of chosen specifically the sort of the cardstock in the background, so that you can really see
the acetate.
The foiling on there as well.
It's very cute, isn't it?
Just beautiful. And there's sort of the little sentiments there as well.
Oh, cute. I like
Again,
that.
it's like what we were saying, wasn't it, about only having the foiling on part of it, so it sort of, it's a feature in that corner, but then you've got the cardstock in the opposite corner as well.
Really nice.
Just gorgeous. And then we've got this one here where the acetate's sort of been wrapped around. So using the paper from the pad to create that background, and then using some of the fairies from the element sheet, and just sort of wrapping, you can see, the acetate around to create that front on that card. Oh wow, like, who's on this one?
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, Leanne's on this one. So fussy cutting around that to create that sort of Z fold.
I like that.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's really nice.
And again, thinking about how you use these sort of the cardstock and how
the panels.
clever that is. And then I think the cardstock is this one, isn't it? Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So trimming the top off with this and then using the rest of it for the card. Oh, I love that one. Just gorgeous. And then here's some using your magical door. How cute is this?
Oh, I love that. That's adorable. It looks so good coloured in as well.
And I love the Mirri in the window as well.
Awesome.
Just gorgeous to see how well they work. And then just using the mask on its own to create that background.
Isn't it so nice?
And it's lovely because you get everything in the mask set, don't you, to create that. You get the grass and the flowers.
You can
the
obviously
dragonflies.
emboss your adorable scoreable with the mask as well. You don't have to be inking through it. So that's going to give you a lot of different looks. This is really cute. Can't make this one. Gives it a really nice like village feel, like a lot of the cards that have all of those different houses on.
And it's lovely because I feel like those colours match perfectly with the collection, don't they? Just gorgeous.
Definitely does.
This is a lovely one as well with the background. Lastly,
so cute.
Just so many different ways, and I'm sure people have got other collections, including fairies and things that you're going to be able to use with this.
100%.
Just gorgeous. Have we got another demo?
We do. We're going to use that die actually, and I've cut down a piece of my insert. So I've cut it down to 6 by 6 now. I wanted to be able to have quite a lot of space here to be able to put my door in. So what I've done is I've budged it, I've trimmed it here, and then I've just cut around that wing, so the wing actually is going to stand off as well when we make our card. So I'm going to start off with my mask first of all, And I'm going to place that onto my 6x6, and where I've got it here is pretty perfect actually. So let's just take that down so that doesn't move. And then I've got a selection of inks to go in with. I've got my toasted oat, my velvet fawn, my mustard, and my cocoa bean, and we're going to create like a almost like a house sort of on top of the insert paper. So I want to get my blending sponge, which I moved out of the way earlier. Oh, I've got some other ones as well here that we can use. Here it is. So I've got my greige and my muddy boots as well that we're going to be able to bring in. So I'm going to start with my greige actually. And I'm just going to blend that through this design. So this is going to really pop off the insert paper, but because you're using the insert paper, you've still got that really nice soft tone from the collection in itself. So let's pop that down now, and then I'm going to go in with my toasted oat, and I'm just going to do that sort of like inside this like really nice stone brick design that we've got going on, and I'm kind of focusing my ink in the center of those bricks, so not on the sort of outer edge but on the inner edge here. And we're just going to go up here with that, and then let's do a little bit in this middle section as well, just touching on some of those areas. So that is our toasted oats, which is like a really nice yellow colour. And then to bring it all together, I'm going to go in with my velvet fawn. Now I'm going to use another foam pad here. Let's kind of get as much ink in this corner as possible so that I can kind of concentrate my colour a little bit more. So going in on that door, if you've got your finger daubers here, this is where they're going to come in really handy, because then you can sort of just add the colour to where you want it to go. So just on the door, and then on my little handles I'm going in with that, and then let's go on the outside edge now, not the inside edge but the outside edge of the bricks here. And then when we lift this off, it should give us a really nice sort of design. So let's just line that up quickly just so I can go back in with that colour around here, and then we'll lift it up and we'll see how that's looking. And so far it's looking quite good. So now I've lifted it off, what I'm going to do is lightly go over the whole of the door and just give it a bit more texture in places. Now, one thing I did on one of the samples was I used my mask, went in, and I actually sort of went around with a pen and lined some of the details to make them really stand up off my card. But what you can do now is you can kind of like focus on the rest of the area and kind of like make it look more homely. So if I take out my greige,
I think it's such a good idea to do it on the inserts.
Yeah, it is,
you've already got half of the background
You've got a lot of that texture coming in already. So just going around the outside edges and sort of not being super precise with where I pop my colour, just adding it in little sort of splurts to make it sort of look a bit more sort of worn and the detail stand out a little bit more. So that's the greige, and then I'm going to go in with my muddy boots next, and I'm going to just do again little just sections where it's darker in some places and not in others. So just adding in lots of texture now to make this all sort of fit really nicely. The next step is I'm going to go in with my mustard, and I'm just going to pop that on here, and I'm also going to go in with my vintage rose. I'm going to pop that down, And then let's do our cocoa bean as well. So you want colours that are really going to be vibrant and sort of stand off the design. And I'm going to grab a water brush now and just add little splats to the outside of my design. So that was my velvet fawn. I'm going to go in with that pink colour. I'm going to mix it together a bit, and the pink is just going to bring out some other pink tones that I'm going to add in to my background, but this is just going to give that really nice sort of speckled effect that you might imagine from these cute little cottages. And then again, I'm going to go in with that darker tone, not as much on that design though, just a little bit of that darker one. And then what you can do is you can just bring that in a little bit more, and then you can go in and add sort of larger little splats if you want to with your brushes to give that nice sort of like watercolour look that we've got going on here. So the lighter you go in with that, the better it's probably going to look. So I'm just adding a bit more up here.
Somebody's just asked, sorry Natty, about the sponge that you used. Was it a square one?
Yeah, it's just because I don't have any round ones around.
Are they in the shape?
They're from our shape builders, yeah. So they allow you to sort of get in a little bit more into certain areas. So because we've gone in with that darker colour now as well, I'm just going to ever so lightly, I've not added any ink to this, but I'm going ever so lightly around the edges of here with my cocoa bean, just making that darker colour stand out a little bit more on our card. And then what you can do as well is you can add this back over the top, which I'm going to do now, and then again just ever so lightly just adding a little hint of that onto those.
That is the lovely
bricks.
thing about masks, isn't it? You can line them back up and
yeah, go back in
and add more
detail, add more sort of like line work. So I'm going to leave it like that now, and then we're going to bring in our die, and our die is going to sort of pull this all together. So let's place this on top. You get 2 dies, so what you can do is you can cut this house out, or you can obviously cut it into, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to cut it into this image. So let's just take that. I'm going to bring in my tape because you want to make sure that it's stuck down. So just lining it up on there. We're going to tape that down. And then I'm going to run it through with my plates. I don't need my metal plate for that though. I just need my magnetic one, because we're only cutting through that insert weight. And then let's run that through on there. But yeah, you've got so many other sort of like elements and bits and pieces. You've obviously got the toadstool, you've got the butterflies that you can be adding on to this. I'm going to go in with some elements, I think, for this one. Do we have any blue roll anywhere? Or white roll?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over there, isn't it? I should have used my messy mat, but I didn't. So let's just peel that off. You want to be really careful when you're taking that off as well, because you don't want to rip into it. So let me just tidy up my mat a little bit. Make sure I've got no more splodges on there. And then I'm going to peel this off. And this door now is just going to cut, it's going to have cut out all of the detail. It's going to have cut out the windows, but it keeps the door in place, so you can kind of like open it and shut it. So, oh, a little bit of tape that just won't come off there. So again, you could go back in and add a bit more detail onto the inside of the door if you wanted to really make those other elements sort of like stand out off there, so it comes away a bit more. So if I go in again with this, line that up, I think this time I'm going to go in with my muddy boots to just give it a little bit of a darker look on the inside. But like you said, Amy, you can go in as many times as you want now you've got this mask, and sort of go in, keep adding or changing it up. So that has given me a little bit of a darker look on that door. And I could also open this out now and then go around the edges to really darken that up and make it stand out a little bit more from the door that you've got there. So let's build our little card now. This obviously gives it a really nice sort of soft look, but we're still bringing in some of those colours. So I've gone for my pinks from my papers, and as you can see, this fits really nicely on there. I'm going to bring in my paper pad again, and I'm going to choose a sort of scene that can fit inside my little door. So if I grab this, and there's so many really nice ones that you can fit in here. If you wanted it to be soft again, you could use one of the images from your inserts again. But let's just trim this down. Now if you wanted it to be perfect, what you could do is you could use the other outside edge of your die, pop that on there, and then you could cut this out. Let's do that, because then you know it's going to be perfectly sized. I'm just lining that up with the very cute little snake and the birds. I'll pop that to one side. That can then go through there. I'll run that through again, and then we'll build this card up. So my mats and layers are perfect. They're going to go on top of one another.
Are both of those out the book, out the paper pad? Yeah.
So that's like your reverse on the paper pad. Is that really nice colour? And there's so many different shades that you could pick out here. But I'm going with the pink for this card. So I'm going to take this off of here now. And then what I can do is I can line up my door. You can open it out with this, and you can see that it's slightly larger than it needs to be. So I can get some of my strips, and I'm going to go in with just my 2mm if we've got some. Oh, actually we've got some 1mm here. These might work. They're not strips, but it's going to work quite nicely with what I want to do. If I just place them around the outside here.
I would never guess that that page was originally an insert.
No.
You know, when you look at it.
It's really cool, but it just shows how well it can all work together really nicely. So I'm just going to go in with those 1mm. I want to have some dimension from the door to the inside. I don't want it to sit flat. My 4mm would have been a really too much of a big space, I think. So these 1mm are just going to lift it off ever so slightly. So place that down now, and then I'm going to go straight in, so make sure that it is where I want it to be. And then once that is in place, we can flip that back over now. I can get some more of our larger squares, and I can just place those around here. Now if I had my really big rectangle 1mm, they would definitely do a better job at making sure everything was sized quite nicely. On here we wouldn't have to use a lot of these smaller ones, but for this it will do fine. So just peel the backings off all of those. One more to go, and then that is going to sit on our brighter colour, just to help that stand out even more. You can obviously close that door shut now. And then this is going to go on our other card. So let's go in with some of our larger 2mm. So again, we've got that nice mix of dimension in here. And then I'm going to pop that on the pink, and then the pink is going to go on a 7x7. So we are building this card up to be a lot bigger. Now we've got all those designs on. Now I was going to add some elements. I still might do it. We'll see what it looks like when it's on our card blank. So let's just fold this flat. I cut my panel slightly shorter than than 7x7 as well, because I wanted to have a nice white space around the outside edge, so try and get that to sit nicely on there. And then yeah, I was going to go in with some of these elements, but I don't know whether I leave them to my next card now, because I kind of like the fact that I've got no sort of foiling within here, but you can obviously.
Yeah, it gives it a whole different effect,
yeah,
doesn't it?
it makes it look really, really soft. There's so many elements you could do. What I will do though is love this one. It says, "Let your soul sparkle." So let's use this as the sentiment, and then I think we're going to leave it like that, and let's use all of those embellishments in our next card that we do. But you could go in and use so many of these. But I think I love how just sort of cute and simple this looks with the door.
Absolutely love that, and it's given it just a whole different look, hasn't it?
You've obviously got that door that opens and reveals the little snake behind there. So there you go.
Just like, you just would not think that was an insert.
No.
It's so clever.
No. Obviously you can back your insert onto some cardstock if you want to make it weightier, because obviously with the door it's going to come open quite a lot. But if you want to make that a bit weightier, then pop it on some Adorable Scoreable, some Ink Me cardstock, and then sort of do your fussy cutting. It's just going to make that the strength of that hold a little bit more, but it is really cute.
That is good. You could even put the acetate behind it, couldn't you?
Yeah,
so you could see some of the
acetate would look
acetate through
cute.
that window as well. Oh, absolutely love it. Thank you.
That's okay.
So, just a quick reminder of our Win It Weekly. Like, share and comment with the answer to the following question. What was Anne-Marie's dream job before starting at Hunky Dory? Was it A, a vet, B, a teacher, or C, a lawyer? The prize is worth over £50. Shall I show the prize again? No. You've got stamp sets, you've got deluxe craft pads, all sorts. So make sure you like, share and comment with your answer to that question. So for Anne-Marie's birthday, we've done 40 deals with 40% off. So we just wanted to show you a couple of those. So first up, we've got the Essential Book of Sentiments 2024.
Oh,
I know. 620 die cut sentiments. So you've got a mix of your gold and your silver foiling, and you can see just how many you get just on that one sheet.
wow, that's incredible.
Should be £12.99, but for Anne-Marie's birthday deal, it's just £7.80, and you're going to have sentiments in here for all occasions. And you can see all the different colour Adorable Scoreable. So we've got to a lovely mum on Mother's Day. Thank you, you're a superstar. Wishing you the best new year. Thinking of you. Sending hugs for a speedy recovery. With heartfelt sympathy. Happy Father's Day. Best of luck. So that is just on that one sheet. So you can see just how many different occasions you're going to be able to use these for. You've got different shaped sentiments as well. So sometimes what I do is go pick your sentiment and then sort of base your card around it. So it might be the heart one that you've decided to use, or a star shape. Some of these are tags, so they've already got the hole punched, so you might want to put them onto sort of presents, gift bags as well. But 620. This is going to be one of those things that just stays on your craft desk all the time. Just so handy to use, and just so many different ones in there. So just £7.80 for your Essential Book of Sentiment 2024, and none of them have got the year on them.
Nope.
We just put that on there so you've got it as a reference, and we have that was the year this one was brought out, but none of the sentiments have it on, so they don't date. The other thing we've got on offer, oh my word, is the designer card packs.
What?
I know.
Is this all of them, Lisa? 10
So
different ones.
are they all here?
I think it's the first 10.
Okay, so we've got 10 different designs.
Oh my gosh.
£3.60.
This is ridiculous.
And I absolutely love this because it can make boxes, can't it? It can make gift bags. It can make
I'm shocked.
card blanks, all sorts.
This is pattern card
I mean,
stock.
this one doesn't surprise me that it's here
one's
for Anne-Marie's
definitely needs to
birthday,
be in
does
there.
it? So first up, you've got the animal prints. We couldn't not have that one
Oh my
in the
goodness.
show. So you're getting 12 sheets, 6 designs, 2 of each. So that is your animal prints. We've got your Denim Delight.
Love the denim one.
It's so good, isn't it? They look so textured, don't they? For
Yeah. It's so cool.
again, 12 sheets, your Denim Delights. Then we've got the wood grains. I always think this one's really useful. Look at that one. Maybe if you bought the Cute and Cuddly, the woodland
Yeah.
animal one, that
Yeah,
would
that would
go
look really
perfect with
cute.
that one. And you can see on the front all the different cardstocks you're going to get in that one. So that is your wood grains. Sky at Night is the next one. That just looks like a card
Straight away.
or a picture, doesn't
You
it?
don't need to do anything to
In the
that
frame.
one.
And you can see that gorgeous sample, can't you, in the corner there, how it's been used. Again, that's quite magical, isn't it? So whimsical, like if you've
That would
got your
work really nice
other
with some of
collections
these.
as well. I just love the ones that sort of create that scene for you. Next up, we have got the Gritty Grunge. You can see all the different shades in there. It's perfect for sort of your masculine cards, your
Yes.
sort of maybe your nature themed ones as well. Next up, we have got Rainbow Watercolour. We say it looks like shaving foam, you know, when you add the inks to it.
I love doing that technique.
But these are perfect as well if you like that rainbow watercolour sort of look, but don't want to sort
To
of
create it.
to do it
to get
yourself.
messy.
Yeah. That in the sort of pastel-y shades. Next up, we've got the Sage Blooms. I think this is one of my favourites as well. You can fussy cut out those flowers as well.
It looks
I mean, that's a
beautiful,
card, isn't it?
this.
That one. You just put a sentiment on there, and that is a card done. Just love the colour palette of that one as well. So that is your Sage Blooms. Next up, we've got the Marvellous.
nice.
There is no way I would be able to create that you know,
No.
like for a background, you've got sort of that gold.
I'd try, but I
sort of look
definitely
to
wouldn't
it,
be able
yeah.
to do it.
Perfect to use with all your sort of your nesting dies as well, aren't they? Your sentiment dies to make those cards. So that's your Marvellous. Then we've got the Perfect Pearl. Look at that one. I love the example there on the corner there. And then sort of like your mosaic tiled effect. So that is your Perfect Pearl. All of these contain 12 sheets. And then the last one is your Wildflowers. So again, almost like that watercolour sort of effect. Just gorgeous designer card pack. So special price just for Anne-Marie's birthday. Should be $5.99. For this week, they are just £3.60.
They are incredible.
They are. That's definitely one way you need to sort of stock up, isn't it?
Yes, 100%.
They're gorgeous. So just a reminder then of our Whimsical World, the Ultimate Collection. You can see it there. You get the topper collection, your inserts, the paper pad and the embellishment toppers. The whole collection is £37.96, so saving £12 if you buy it as the ultimate collection, which I'm sure most people
definitely will.
And then buy extras, isn't it?
You're
Definitely.
gonna have to with this. It's so cute.
And you can see, I think the other thing I'd buy with it is mind you, you've got the Mirri selection, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say gold Mirri as well. But again, just having a look at some of those samples.
It's a beautiful one, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. I love that butterfly topper as well, isn't it? That's one of Lauren's.
Oh, this is cute.
Then we've got the, sort of that panel on the front, so it doesn't completely cover up all of that.
I like the way that the top has been like tucked behind as well.
Yeah, so that you're not hiding the detail.
No, that's a really clever
down
idea.
there, and then just using some of those embellishment butterflies
really
as
cute.
well.
I love
Just
that.
love the papers in that one. Oh well, I've never seen this done before.
Oh, that's so
the
cute.
Acetate, if you can see, has just
Like
been
little
done.
boxes.
Little boxes, almost like picture frames, aren't they?
That's nice.
That's such a clever idea. And just the way those fairies sort of
Yeah, they look like they're just
facing-
like holding
yeah.
them as well, almost.
that is
Very
gorgeous.
clever. That's cute.
Lovely stepper card as well. As you can see as we're going through, that's more like you sort of DL size,
Yeah.
isn't it? You've got all these different shaped and size cards. Got that gorgeous acetate again on the front.
Really nice, that one.
It's lovely because then you can still see sort of the card stuck in the background as well, using those sort of tags with your ribbon as well.
This one's big. Oh, nice. A nice mixture of all the different designs there.
It is, so you've got your card stock, haven't you? Your different, so using sort of your different shape toppers together as well, isn't it?
Definitely.
I'm quite liking the sort of the larger white border as well. So you can just see as we're going through. Oh, I like this one.
Nice.
So that's been done. I think that looks like the insert on the back, the
popped
stripe.
on the insert.
Yeah, and then just using some of those topper embellishments there,
Very cute.
just to create that scene. As you can tell, how people have loved doing these, isn't there? Just by the amount that we've got. And
Love
just
that as
having that
well.
half acetate just still
using
being able
those
to see the image.
using those embellishments again just on the fronts, just to add dimension and even more layers to the cards. It's really nice because that one, it doesn't really use an actual topper as we know it, but it's got those embellishments on it. They look really
but only
cute.
this one here, isn't it? So you think about how many cards you can be making.
Absolutely.
That embellishment collection really
Loads.
does extend the kit out, doesn't it? And another lovely one using that embellishment. So
They
another
do look
stepper.
great as the little steppers. Adorable.
Just, you know, layering these up with 3D foam pads as well. Just
Super
gorgeous.
cute.
The Ultimate Collection then just £37.96 for that.
You're getting so much included in here as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you've got, normally with our kits, we don't do the embellishment sheet, so that's a nice added little extra that you're getting included with this Ultimate Collection.
And I think that's just going to extend you how many cards you can make.
100%, definitely.
And also the paper pad as well.
I think there's over like 140 embellishments individually in those the toppers that you're going to get there. So there's a huge amount that you can use on your cards.
Which is nice because there's some cards we showed where there was lots on there.
And then
but you can do that because you've got enough to use.
You've got
but
loads.
then
You're going to get 2 each of all the 4 sheets. So there's a lot that you can be doing with that.
It's good. I do like that sheet.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to use them in the next demo. And I'm keeping it really basic for what I'm actually like using as my base. So I've cut my Vivid Violet Mirri down to 28 centimetres. And this is just, I think I did it by 6 inches, but it's just over the 15-inch mark if you want to, 15 centimetres if you want to keep it that way. And then I've just cut this piece from our pad, and I've just sort of gone with the fact that this is going to be cut to 14, which is going to be like half. So I've gone over and just trimmed that down ever so short. So I'm going to stick this on before I do it, because we did say we would do a smaller card, but I am going to do a stepper because I do want to add lots of layers to this. So I'm just going to use this as a guide to just stick this in here. And then I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to do my standard measurements. Now I'm going to go to 3 centimeters on each side. So I'm going to do one side and then I'm going to flip it over. So 3, 6, 10, 14 all the way across, and then at your 21. And then I'm going to flip it. It's always easier to do it on the reverse, but because I've got that paper down, I am still going to be able to score quite well into there. So 3, 6, 10, and then 21 down to that 3 centimeter mark, and then we can bring our trimmer back in. So just using our standard measurements for a stepper, but changing the width so that it still makes quite a small card. So I'm just going to line it up to the 3 centimeter mark on my trimmer, and then I'm just running my blade from the top score to the very bottom score, and now we can fold this to be our card. So even though we're doing quite a small card here, when we add all of the dimension and layers that we're going to have from this collection, it is really going to showcase how wonderful this is. So now I know that these little panels here are 6 centimeters. I can add some of my design back into them as well. So I've got 3 centimeters, sorry. So I'm going to just go half a centimeter shorter. So I think I might need 2 of them. So 2.5 centimeters. And then I know that that is 7. So I can just do the whole thing. 7, I want to go a little bit shorter.
That's such a good idea. I'd never have thought of putting the paper on.
It just
before
saves
you
having to do a lot of the work. Now we're probably going to cover these panels up with our embellishments, but I am going to go in and just add them on, so I know if I lie this down I can butt it right up to the edge there. Same on the other side, because when we fold it over you're not going to see that design, so just put it up onto there, and then when we fold this up now you're going to get that really nice look. So let's go in with our toppers. I'm definitely going to have the castle in here, but I want to have the castle behind some other bits and pieces. So I'm going to take this really large floral design and I'm going to stick that behind, have this sort of over the top like that, and then I'm going to just, if I lie it flat, then I can really sort of get to grips with how many embellishments and bits and pieces I want to put on here. So then let's go over to our little toadstools, because they can sit in the background as well. I have used a lot of these embellishments over the demos that I've already done on Hobby Maker with these. So I've still got so many left, and I've not had any extra sheets either. I've just had 2 of all of the different designs, so it just proves how far you can make these sort of go. So I think if I go all the way up here and do my toadstools there, and I love the fact that you can have these like hanging off as well. So toadstools on those ones, that is going to go on the front, and then I can go in with some fairies. Now my fairies as well, I've got some that I can have in flight, so I might have this one like flying over on some acetate. I'm going to have this one, I think, in the background.
They're useful, the fairies, though, because you've got some that are sitting down, haven't you? Some that look like they're flying, so you can create that scene.
That one can go there, and then I can bring in some of these like purpley flowers to fit in here, and just layer these up to create like a nice image. Let's go in with that, I think. I've got some smaller ones that obviously can fit in these gaps as well. So let's get those out. I have that like that. This one can go in here, so she looks like she's just sat over the side. And then we need to add some of these super cute embellishments. I'm definitely going in with my snail.
I was going to say, which ones are you going with?
So cute. I need a dragon as well, I think. We're not going to be able to fit much more on here, so let's see how this dragon sits. It's not too bad. And it's going to go in with the colours too, so I'm going to have him coming off the edge there. My fairy is going to be flying. I'm going to have... Let's see how these all stick down, and then we're going to come back to it. So a nice mix of our big chunky foam pads, our sentiments, bigger sort of like 4mm as well. So I'm just going to go in and add, let's cut these into smaller squares. I'm going to go in and add these on the bottom. Again, you're probably not going to want to add too much of your foam pad to these, because you're going to want to be able to sort of move them around and have them sort of like coming off the card and all layered up. So you don't want to go too...
Just enough to make sure that they stick, but yeah.
Just enough to make sure that they're going to stay in place. Let's pop this on. I'm going to go in with my chunky foam pads because I really want this to stand off, to create more dimension in the front of my card. So that can go here, and then my castle is going to sit on the front. So I'm going to go in with my 4mm for my castle, so it really stands up off those flowers that we've created that background from. And this is what you can do with these elements. You can create your own scenes, create your own stories, make really busy sort of cards with them, but they look so good as well. So that is now really standing up off there. My flowers, I'm going to go in again and just go and use my strip, but place it just under here, because I know then it's the right height for my castle. And then if I bring in the different colours and shades, I think I'm going to just place that one there, and then just shaping them around my hand, really, not doing too much with them. That one can go.
And this is all done without using any of the cardstock, isn't it? Or the topper sheet?
No cardstock's being used here. I'm just going to move that around because I think this one sits a little bit nicer, so you can still see the castle within that piece. And then I can go in and just add these little touches on, and shaping your elements here as well is going to give it a real three-dimensional look when we're bringing this all to life. So that one can fit really nicely on there. And then this little fairy now that is like just sleeping in those flowers, if I bring her out and up, it's going to sort of like carry on that nice floral design. So I'll go in and again use my 2mm for that. So just popping that in. Let's snip that under so that can fit on there. Get my sheet off there and then just sit her there so she's nice and stuck down. My snail can then go underneath as well, so just 1mm foam pads for him. I'm just going to place that where I want it to go and then slide him under there, so he's again coming off the side of our card now. So then let's pick this up and fold our folds, and then you can see what we're sort of working with. I need to really burnish that top score on there. Let's give that a really good crease. And the same again on these inside pieces, because we're adding a lot of weight to them, especially with the 4mm foam pads. So you want to make sure that your creases are all creased up so that that's going to sit nice. So then I think let's go in and pop him. I kind of like him on that side, but then that fairy sits better there because you've got a fairy on this side. So we'll pop her on here.
Because they can hang over both sides on that panel, can't they? Because it will still fold.
It's still going to fold in, so it's not going to be an issue. And then our dragon can go over here. The dragon is very, very cute. I might just snip down that element there, so then I can have, so the head sort of comes away from that wing so that it stands out a bit more when we stick it on our foam pad. And let's double up on that one as well, so he stands a bit further off our card. And then we need a sentiment. I mean, I'm not sure, there's so many sentiments you could use for this.
Because you get extras, don't you, really, in the topper sheets, don't you, as well?
So that can go on there. We're already creating like a huge sort of village scene with these. I'm just going to see if I can move these up, because you kind of want to be able to see them. Or if we keep them where they are, let's grab this panel, and instead of using it as a whole panel, I'm going to cut down the sides, because that should fit underneath there. So that's giving me even more dimension. And then where I've got these like bits that don't work, what you can do is you can just fussy cut around them to match it up with the design, so it looks like it's sort of a bit more like it's meant to be that size instead of cutting into it. So I'll stick that back down. Let's go in with another piece of foam pad. Use that piece. Stick that back where it was, down there, and then with my tape runner, I can pop that behind it. So we've got even more like floral elements coming through. And again on that piece.
Somebody's asked, are we still having the fairy flying?
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Yep, don't worry, I've not forgotten. She's here. I'm trying to figure out where I can pop my sentiment, but what I'm thinking is there's this really cute Make-A-Wish, and I wonder if I can have both of the flying fairies holding the Make-A-Wish above it, so it's like this. Let's do that. So acetate. I'm just going to go in with some plain acetate because I really don't need... Oh,
come just grab it.
I'm going to bring like 70 sheets with me here. Get this piece of acetate here. And then I'm going to go in and do like maybe like an inch, maybe like half an inch. Let's go for an inch. An inch is quite good, because what we need to do is, if I trim that to 5, I'm going to have a panel across here. So I'm kind of going to make like a T with my acetate so that I've got more stability for my fairies as well. So let's pop that on across here. And what I'll also do is add my acetate, my red liner to the bottom, so I can stick that in place. Your chunky red liner is going to be really good here as well. So let's pop that across here, so I've got a bigger base for my 2 fairies to sit on. And then we can pop those fairies there. Use our Make-A-Wish so they look like they're holding that banner. So we'll just stick this on with our got a little bit there, with our tape runner. So let's go and we'll add that one there, this one there, so they're on top. And then I'm going to go in with my foam pads for this Make-A-Wish so that they are, that's standing higher off from my Fairies. I love making cards like this though, where you've got so much sort of like detail and it's just so fun and there's so much going on with the card. So
I think that's what it is as well. Fun, isn't it? Like,
yeah. I've added my red liner tape, but I'm also going in with a little bit of that sticky. So let's just lift this up off here. And we'll tuck that in. Trying to go a bit further along. Maybe I should shorten it. And we'll go back in with some more tape. I'm going to add tape to both sides because then I can stick it in place like so. And then are you ready? I don't know if this is going to stand up. There's so much on here now. Oh, my dragon's stuck. It's crazy. Ready? Look how cool.
oh my gosh, those look so good on that acetate, don't they?
And then you can see all of these little bits and pieces coming up. My Fairies dropped down. But yeah, properly burnish all of your bits and pieces. But look how cool this is. There is so much going on in this card.
Gorgeous.
There's like every single little bit that you look at. You can see the fairy here. You can see the dinosaur.
But it would be one of those cards that somebody spends a long time looking at, wouldn't it? Because there's so many different elements.
Also, a really cool card for like kids because there's lots to see and
look at
and find. So yeah, there you go. Crazy card. But also,
I just
still quite small. It's still only.
It got bigger, didn't it?
It
As we
did
went
get
along.
bigger. We need to put it in like an 8x8 now, so our fairies don't end up being decapitated.
Oh, it's definitely worth it for them.
You needed to add all of these bits and pieces on, but it's just so cool. So cool.
I absolutely love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gorgeous demonstrations as always, and just a magical collection, isn't it?
It's so magical.
And we hope that everyone who's ordered it just loves it as much as we did when it arrives. So, coming up on the TV schedule, Anne-Marie is at Hobby Maker all day today.
She is.
Kicking off her 40th birthday celebrations. So, join her at 1 p.m. for a birthday special.
Yeah.
3 p.m. I'm excited about this one. New Christmas crackers.
It's going to be crazy.
It's a busy day.
You need to be quick.
5 p.m. with Mirri.
Can
we elaborate?
That's that big bundle of Mirri.
A big bundle of Mirri.
Big bundle of Mirri. Loads of different sizes.
Different
loads
colours,
of different colours.
Patterns, plain. You won't want to miss that one. And then 8 p.m. They won't want to miss this one either.
No.
Ink and Twist masks.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so good. But can we say what they come with?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wanted to get one.
You didn't bring one.
Oh, can we get
bring
one?
in.
Are we allowed to show?
I don't think there's one around.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think there's one easily accessible.
Oh.
I know where they are in the warehouse, but it'd take me about 10 minutes to get there.
Can you say what it is?
Yeah.
Go on
Yeah.
then.
So it is a stamp set that our incredible Jen has made. It's A5 in size, and it's got all of our Hunky Dory Premier craft tools on it. It's so good. So our trimmer's on there, stamping press, our little caddy, craft knife,
ink,
glue,
yeah.
an ink pad. It's so good. It's incredible. But yeah, Jen's designed it. It goes with the mask. Obviously, it can be used separately, but don't miss out seeing those stamps live because they're so good.
So it's going to be such a good day. So birthday special, I think that's the party bags, isn't it?
Yes,
party bags.
Cool.
I think somebody asked if we're going to see them. So tune in to Hobby Maker at 1 p.m, 3 p.m. with the crackers, 5 p.m. with the Mirri, and then those stamps and the Ink and Twist masks.
It's going to be a busy day.
That is a good day. Next up here on Hunky Dory TV, Dan and Anne-Marie are here tomorrow morning for an extra special birthday show with some exciting limited edition products you won't want to miss. So we hope you all have a good day and we'll see you again tomorrow.